Happy Wednesday. Today is October 29th. Let's go over the 5 games happened October 28th. The first game, wow, the Sixers right now they're undefeated. They're 4-0 without Paul George, who's getting paid 50 mil a year, right? Embiid max contract, really only played two games, and they're doing this. That's great. 139, 134. Although I don't know how many quality teams they really beat, but a win is a win. They couldn't even make the play-ins last year. Tyrese Maxey. Did this game go to overtime? I think it did, yes. He played 47 minutes. Hopefully Tyrese can just stay healthy. You draft him in the second round, he's giving you great value right now. 5th ranked player, averaging 37 points. Embiid this year, maybe as we get to the end of the season, he's going to ramp up. For now, Maxey basically have unlimited usage. 8.3 assists as well, 4.5 threes, while shooting 87% from the free throw line. All these are just amazing. Really, I think on a per game basis, or I think his overall value and also per game basis, he's going to beat where he's getting drafted. Probably top 15. It just can he stay healthy is the bigger question. VJ Edgecombe, 40 minutes, had 5 personal fouls, didn't really score too much, but with him it's really about doing the other things. Hit 4 threes. He's not a great shooter, but he still hit 4 threes, 4 assists and a steal. He's an absolutely must roster. I wouldn't be too worried about him even when Paul George comes back, because he's gonna get hurt anyway. Joel Embiid, he had 4 fouls in 23 minutes. He is not. His knees are really. He played 23 minutes. I think the game before he played 20. I don't know how fast they're gonna ramp him up, but it's all about the playoffs for him. So as long as he's playing, that's good enough. 25 points with 3 threes, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists and a block. And Quentin Grimes for now is a must roster. I would really try to trade him because at some point Paul George is gonna be back, and even with Paul George out, I think he's being, he's a 66th ranked player, averaging 18 points. His value right now is points, threes, and efficiency from the free throw line. 85% on 5 attempts. I think that's gonna come down. He's gonna be droppable once Paul George comes back. For the Wizards, a lot of young guys are playing out of their minds to start off the season, led by Keyshawn George, Keyshawn George right now is 18th ranked player, averaging 20 points, 9 rebounds, 1.3 steals, and 1.5 blocks. And while only shooting 60% from the free throw line, he should be better than that. I really liked him even last year because he's basically a 3-and-D guy. Like give you a steal and a block, right? Hit a bunch of threes. This year he really, start taking more shots. Last year you have Jordan Poole. Last year you had Kyle Kuzma already got traded. This year, right? He's getting a lot of shots, right? Sarr I think also is gonna have a big year. He took 23 shots. I think that's really telling. Last year, you just have random players coming and taking shots. I don't know, they're trying to play for a contract or something, right? Keyshawn George's usage was way too low last year. So, great. He's doing the other things, pretty much last year as well. Now, his assists also went up. So, free throw is a concern, but if you draft him, the last couple rounds, great. I think he's going to have a great season. Top 50 player is very realistic. Just stay healthy. Sarr, another guy, what a big game from him. 2 steals and 2 blocks. Great. If you drafted him, probably 7th, 8th, maybe 6th, giving you great value. At the same time, if you can try to sell high on Keyshawn George. If you can get any type of top 20 player back for him, or do a 2-for-1, his shooting is red hot right now. I don't think he's going to average 20 points and 9 rebounds, as well as 5 assists. While getting 1.5 blocks is also a little bit high, but try to see who you can get. Try to shop around. Maybe people think it's possible he's sustained for the all season. Who knows? Bob Carrington, 10 points, 5 assists, 5 rebounds. He doesn't have huge usage, but we gotta have him. it seems like he's getting a lot of minutes on this team for now. Things could change with the roster, but they are going to go with Sarr, and then they're going to go with Keyshawn George. I don't think they should be messing around with their minutes. The next game is the Miami Heat. They beat the Charlotte Hornets 144. Yeah. LaMelo had a big triple-double over the weekend. He is still great. 20 points, 8 rebounds, 9 assists, and 4 threes. But of course, with LaMelo, you want to pair him with guys like Trae Young, punting field goal and punting turnovers, right? If you don't look at that, like the numbers look really good, and he hit 4 threes as well. The big question with him is can he stay healthy? Colin Sexton for now, let's have him, but also try to sell him because they really don't have a lot of incentive to play Colin Sexton as the season goes on. They probably want to play a lot of young guys. Ryan Cockbrenner played 31 minutes with 3 steals and 1 block, 10 points, 5 for 5. He's really efficient from the field. He's a must roster in my opinion. Played 31 minutes. Yes, we need to have him. Miles Bridges, just okay. And this guy, Kong, 27 minutes. He's been starting. Trey Mann coming off the bench, playing 27 minutes. These guys, if there's a back-to-back, you could stream them, but don't have too much value outside of threes and maybe a little bit points. Not much going on with Charlotte Hornets I think fantasy-wise, other than Ryan is a must roster. For the Miami Heat, Kel Ware, he's really up and down. Played 27 minutes here. He has a lot of upside. No defensive stats here, but had 2 threes, 14 rebounds, and 14 points and 9 rebounds. Yeah, we need to have him. I think just hold him for some upside. You're not gonna find guys with higher upside like this on the waiver wire. Although right now he's not delivering. They also are dealing with a bunch of injuries at the moment. Tyler Hero is out. David Mitchell started. Try to sell him if you can. 9 assists and he's playing well. But I think once Tyler Hero, and they like to mess around with all the guys' minutes. Pelle Larson played 31 minutes. Decent. He could be a streamer. Hame Triple J, 28 points. He went off again. He's a prime sell high candidate if you can. With Tyler, once Tyler Hero comes back, it's not guaranteed he's gonna get a lot of minutes or. Yeah, the Miami Heat is a little bit weird with their rotation. From game to game, guys could play goes from playing 30 minutes to 15. Really depend on the matchup and depend on how well the guy is playing on that day. Bam Adebayo had 26 points. Bam is just weird. The last couple of years, Bam Adebayo, I think he hit his peak maybe 3-4 seasons ago, where he was consistently getting drafted in the top 20. But ever since, he really just never, 85th ranked player, averaging, like if you look at the numbers, 20 in category leagues, the points list might be different, but in category 21 points and 9 rebounds, that looks fine. And then you see no defensive stats, 0.5 steals, 43% from the field. Although free throw was an issue for him, but last couple of years, I think his free throws has been really good. This year, actually, he's shooting 91%. But 91% probably that number is also gonna come down. He's shooting 2.3 threes a game, so he's basically turning into a guard this year. He attempted 5 threes, not a guard, but a stretch forward, which that's not something he was doing a lot before. Andrew Wiggins had 3 threes. Yeah, Andrew Wiggins is a must roster, but he's up and down. Whenever he struggles, whenever he's playing really well, you really try to sell him. But he should give you 18 points and 2 threes, a bunch of other things, maybe a steal and a block. The next game, the New York Knicks lost to the Bucks. When I look at the Bucks roster, sure, they can win some games in the regular season. They're 3-1 right now. But how far can this team really go? They don't have Kevin Porter Jr. But all right, let's talk about the Knicks first. The New York Knicks, I think, with is it Mike Woodson is their coach now? With the new coach, he's not playing Jalen Brunson 40 minutes. He's not playing Karl Anthony Towns 40. Although Cat had 5 fouls, it's hard to play him this many minutes. Um, Still play Mikal Bridges 39. I mean, they're really top heavy. I get that. But the Knicks, they really should. I think they're going to win games in the regular season. For them, it's really about the playoffs. Saving these players. Jalen Brunson is going hard. 36 points, 1-3, right? 60% from the field. He's doing what he's doing. He's like 25th ranked player right now. Right around where he's getting drafted. A lot of points, threes, assists, and, really good efficiency as a high volume scorer. Landry Shamet, he's been starting. If you need threes, Knicks got a back-to-back. You could go with him. I think these type of fantasy players, they just never change. Landry Shamet has been the same guy since coming to the league, and his role hasn't changed. Just 3-and-D, right? He's obviously a really good three-point shooter. Cat, 12 rebounds, a steal and a block. Just 8 points here. He'll get better than this. A little bit buy low if you can. On a per game basis, Cat should be a top 15-ish type of player, pretty comfortable. And he's one of those guys that's fairly healthy. Obviously, you never know. Towns right now is a 68th ranked player, just 17 points and shooting 35% from the field. So he's struggling to start the season, try to buy low. He'll be better than this. He should be averaging 23 points and 12 rebounds with really good efficiency. OG Anunoby, played okay, 5 assists, 9 points, and added the defensive stats. And Mikal Bridges has been really good to start the season as well. A little bit sell high if you can. I think he's the 13th ranked player with really good efficiency to start off the season. And this year, he's getting a lot of assists as well. So that's something. That's going to help his value for sure if he can average 5 assists while not turning the ball over. He's only having 0.8 turnovers as well, so that's really good. And with everybody out of no more Damian Lillard, no more Chris Middleton, Giannis is going to have crazy high usage. Giannis, despite his bad free throw, on the per game basis, he's the 8th ranked player, despite shooting 64%. So if you ignore the free throws, he's averaging 36 points, 14 rebounds, 7 assists. Those are crazy numbers. 0.8 steals and 1.3 blocks. That's great. And then shooting 70% from the field. So with Giannis punting free throw, he's such a beast, and he's gonna have a big year. Just gotta stay healthy. Ryan Rollins, he's a must roster until Kevin Porter Jr. comes back. We don't know what. He's clearly playing very well, so they have to find him minutes. Plays just 26 minutes here. Maybe it's a bit of blowout. Or also a lot of minutes went to Cole Anthony. But Ryan Rollins, if he's on the waiver wire, let's go pick him up. AJ Green, just a 3-point shot. Miles Turner is a bit buy low. I think he struggled offensively. He's playing good defense. He's a 100th ranked player, averaging just 8 points. But 2.5 blocks is really good. Yeah, this year he's going to get blocks. I think, when you go from, Pacers to Bucks, when you sometimes because how they're playing, the defensive scheme changes, so you could get a lot more blocks. Miles Turner can get average 2.5 blocks the rest of the season, right? I can see that. He's done it many times in his career before. Pack the paint, basically playing a better, suppose younger and better version of Brook Lopez. It's just the shots are not falling, so they're gonna find him shots. He should be averaging 15 points. He's not using the right way, getting used the right way. So he'll be better. A buy low, throw him a top 70, 80 player. He should be beat that, especially the blocks upside. Gary Trent Jr. with 2 threes, 11 points. Yeah, if you want to have him, sure. Just a 3-cent steals guy, which is good enough for you to roster. But these guys, they never change. How long has he been in the league? Right, the last couple of seasons he's just playing. The next game is the Kings. They lost to OKC. The Kings, they're 1-3. OKC, without Jalen Williams, they start the season 5-0. So, they're still going to be very good in the regular season. But for them, the goal is it's all about the playoffs. They've done it. For the Kings, Sabonis still struggling offensively, 5 for 15 from the field. 18 rebounds is nice, but the assists are kind of dipping. If you look at the assists, right, everybody's getting some assists. So for a center that's averaging 6 assists, can he do that this year? Maybe as the season goes on, things would change, because there you have Dennis Schroeder handling the ball a lot, who only got 3 assists here. But I think Dennis Schroeder got like 12 assists over the weekend or something. So everybody's touching the ball. That's not great for Sabonis' assist output. Try to buy low if you can, but if the guy is not selling because he's getting drafted in the second round, that's going to be a tough buy low. Russell Westbrook played 30 minutes because Keegan Murray was out. I'm not sure. He got the start. He hit 4 threes. Look, if you don't care about efficiency, Russell Westbrook can always be a guy because he's going to give you rebound, assists, and points. So, sure, you can take him on your roster for now and see what happens and stream him. Dennis Schroeder didn't have the best game, and Zach LaVine and DeRozan, they just they're efficient scorers, right? But they don't really do much outside of that. I mean, Zach LaVine hit threes, and these guys just hard to. I don't know. DeMar DeRozan was doing well. When he was on the Raptors, they consistently made the playoffs in the East, but never really won anything. Until he left. Not that he's the reason that they didn't win before. Obviously, they didn't have enough talent. But I don't know how much winning basketball these guys are playing. Especially DeRozan, he takes a lot of long twos. He just takes a lot. And, in the modern NBA, that's analytic-wise, right? In the playoffs, right, you got to, if you have to get a bucket, right, that's fine. But throughout 48 minutes of a game, I think analytics might win out. But during crunch time, when you only have like 2-3 possessions and the game is close, analytics don't matter as much, because if you hit you'd rather want to have a high, you want to hit a 2 than a 3. And of course, playoff intensity, right, that's gonna lower your 3-point percentage and all that. But I don't know how many mid shots DeMar DeRozan is still taking, but it's not great. I feel like OKC, Aaron Wiggins. How about Aaron Wiggins? 33 minutes. Yeah, let's just have him on the roster and see how things go. AJ Mitchell, another guy. As long as Jalen Williams is out. I mean, this game Chet Holmgren out too, so for sure, yeah, roster these guys. And when Chet Holmgren comes back, I think they're gonna lose a few minutes. But Aaron Wiggins, given the minutes, he's a must roster. Let's see. Definitely a guy to keep an eye on, because OKC is gonna have a great regular season, and toward the end, they're gonna have to rest some of these guys, especially injury-prone guys. And Shea, right, unless he's going for the MVP again, right, he might sit out too. Shea, 31 points, 9 rebounds. It's actually crazy. A couple of seasons ago, Shea is the guy that people don't want to draft because OKC is being so bad. That's maybe like 2-3 seasons ago. Yeah, people say like, yeah, let's not touch any OKC guys. So the turnaround is, 3 years ago, they're the team that everybody's trying to avoid to draft. Cason Wallace, sure, if you want defensive stats and threes, you can have him. Isaiah Hartenstein, 14 rebound and 7 to block, pretty strong. Just keep doing what he's always been doing. They're 5-0. The next game, the last game of the night, is the Warriors beat. They started off the season hot too, 4-1, right? They can make a late push this year. They're always going to be a dangerous team in the playoffs when you have Jimmy and Steph Curry. And the Clippers, another very dangerous team, but they only scored 79 points here. James Harden, 20 points. Only 1 assist, so whatever game plan Warriors had, it clearly worked, right? It took a lot, Harden averaged 10 assists, only 1 assist here, right? The defense must have done something. Because the blowout, the minutes are low across the board. Kawhi had 18 points, yeah, nothing to worry about. They're gonna bounce back. I will say, like John Collins, if John Collins had big games, try to sell him. There's just too many guys, and then you have Bradley Beal also out. There's just too many guys on this team. They also got CP3. For everybody to, other than Harden and Kawhi and Zubac, right? Everybody is, one game you play 20, the other game, wherever, depending on the matchup. So John Collins is not going to have consistent value on this team. So, and I think he's got a pretty good start to the season. Let's see where Collins is at. Never mind, he's 140th ranked player. he does not have a good start to the season. A big reason is he's only shooting 70% from the line on 8 attempts, so that's high volume and hurting your free throw in a major way. For the Warriors, great win. And Jonathan Kuminga, he's they're putting a lot of trust in him. They're obviously giving him a lot of minutes. They're starting him. No more Andrew Wiggins, and he's playing. He's a +9 while the other guy's a +30. So it's fine. Look, if Jonathan Kuminga can turn into, because his offense, we're not too worried about that, as long as he doesn't take, as long as he's playing within the system, right? Take a lot mid-range when he has to. Otherwise, let Curry cook or Jimmy, and then play great defense. That's it. That's his job, which shouldn't be too difficult when you're playing in a system. Draymond Green, 3 steals, 7 rebounds. Okay. Draymond, I think, is more about his health and how hard he's trying. Because if he's trying hard, he get all those defensive stats. Quinton Post, he got the start, just a 3-point streamer. And Jimmy Butler, 21 points, really good efficiency, and hit 3 threes as well. Jimmy Butler is all about health. I think per game basis, top 20, top 25 player. And Jimmy Butler, is he even ranked? Why cannot I find him? So he's got a pretty... No, sorry, he is ranked. 35th ranked player. He's not really getting a lot of defensive stats right now at the moment. 1 steal. Usually in the past, he should be a 1.5 steals guy, but he is getting old, so we'll see how much he tries. But again, he gets to the line 8 times a game, shooting 88%. That is really his biggest strength, is the free throws, which is hard to find anywhere on the waiver wire. It's impossible. Steph Curry, 19 points, 8 assists, and 2 steals and 2 threes. Last couple of games, Steph Curry hasn't been the best, but it doesn't matter. They got the win. And he only played 25 minutes because of the blowouts. Great. I'll see you guys tomorrow.